This is Damon Stevens, Fenwith Builders. Today is Monday, November 29th, 2021, and this is the stock market update for today. And hopefully you were able to take advantage of this turnaround today from Friday. Friday was a little ugly. Today, a much better day. And so let's get into it, take a look and see what this week's going to provide for us. Looking at the market, you can see Dow Jones closed up 0.68%, NASDAQ up 1.88%, and S&P 500 up 1.32%. Looking at our heat map here, you can see our FANG stocks, tech stocks definitely were the strongest. Financials not as strong, but overall, the market, tried to recover from the pull down on Friday through the Thanksgiving weekend, which was unusual for a holiday, but it happened, and so now we look at it, see what's going to happen this week, and seeing the weakness in the market over pre-holiday, just send up some red flags. So just be careful out there, and as we look at the charts, we can figure out what direction or at least what the market's trying to tell us. Looking at our scanner, you see CRYS was the top, and PTPI was another one of the top ones. And so let's take a look at these charts here and see what we have as far as what happened today in the market. So CRYS, I did not get this one, moved a little fast and a little flat for me. But you can see here, low was 38.86, high of 105.79. If you did catch this, it did spike briefly down to 50 and then back up to 92. So, if you missed this first one, it did briefly do that, but, it didn't feel any worse for me. So pretty much I was out and moved on to other stocks. But, you could have tried to catch some of this. There was another low here of 84 and a high of 97. So there definitely was room to grab on this stock. It's also stopped. It's, you can see it's above the moving averages. So looking for tomorrow to see if this is going to at least break over this 105.79, see if we get another day out of this at least. But so far it's looking good. So we'll see if that gives us a trade tomorrow. PTPI, this was another one. This is one I did trade. You can see here when this first hit here, you can see here last week, $2.33, a high of 5.20. I hit today. Now I did put on extended hours. You can see in extended hours it is backing off. It's coming down below the 50. So I think this trade's going to be dead for me tomorrow. Possibly, we'll see in the morning. If they can rally back up, we might be able to get about 5.20. We could get another run at this, but right now this is not. This looks like it might be done. So just something to be aware of. SPC multi-day trade here. You can see 2060 pull clear back down under $10. Back up to 24, back down on our trend line to 13, back up to the top of our trend line to 29. Now we're back down here to 850. So does it give us another run at this? That's what we're going to be watching for in the morning. So something again to be aware of. It did give us a multi-day trade. It's been honoring the trend lines. So we'll see this can give us another trade out of it. BFRI, you can see here, low here when we first hit this back last week was $22.67, high of 39 after a few bumps over the days. Today, it started out 630. It got up only as high as almost $9 and then pulled back down again just below our trend line. So I don't like this that they're curling down. We'll see if we can hold this above the 200, see if we can get another day out of this, see if this is going to rally back up through our channel here, through this wedge, and see if we can get some more out of this. But if it stays down here and brought below 200 tomorrow, that one will be off. So BFRI, going to keep an eye on. LGVN, this is one we had traded last week. You can see here, this wedge, it just continued to climb down, and now it's broken down below the wedge. Below the 200. So this one is coming off my list. So just letting you know what happened with that one. Apple rallied up today. It recovered a lot from Friday. So we're seeing if this can continue its momentum. If we can stay over 160 and it could rally up towards this 165. If we break over that, then we hopefully head towards 170. So Apple's looking good. A good recovery on that. BNTX. BNTX, you can see here is kind of flat. It kind of gave us a run today, but pulled back a little bit. This is the second day of quite a wide range on BNTX. It continues to rally up. It's kind of right in the middle though of the highs here and the lows. So just be real careful if you are trading that. It could get a little risky. And then MRIN or Moderna mRNA. See here it gapped up, almost closed this gap up here, here that we had. So we'll see if we can close the rest of that tomorrow. I'm not sure why it didn't close today. Obviously, the market did not want to close all that up, but you can see here that it is, climbed quite a bit. So Moderna gave us a big, huge run. And if you hold on to it, you really had a good run today with that run. So we're holding up towards the highs. We'll see if we can close the gap tomorrow and possibly move up higher towards at least 380. Invax, that was hopefully you're ready for this one. This one rallied up here and was looking really good for the whole day. In the day, some bad news came out, and boy, it just dropped really quick. So 230, almost 230 was the high of the day, and you can see it dropped right back down to 193. So boy, don't know where this one's going to go. Gonna have to watch this in the morning, but that bad news really sucked out all the air out of this. I did close the gap though because of that, but yeah, real scary there. So just something to be aware of. Nvidia, you can see here that it rallied up, looking nice and strong, back towards this high. It's right here, just below this resistance line here. So we'll see if this can give us a nice rally. Looking at Tesla, you can see Tesla had a nice little run up here today. So it's working back his way back up towards this resistance level here and these high. You can see here we have resistance here. And so hopefully we get up to this 140 is what we're working towards tomorrow. So Tesla's looking great. Hopefully you got to trade on that. Amazon's kind of right here in the middle. Just kind of sitting here flat. So hopefully we can get a rally back up here. So it's kind of undecisive right now where Amazon's going to go. So watching this in the morning for, which direction it wants to head. Now the rest of our stocks here, you can see here 10-year yield. You can see here that's continued to pull back as well. So you can see here, it's just heading back down here towards that 200. So that's good, for at least for the market. US dollar currency index, you can see it's pulling down as well. So dollar little weakness here. Also typically helpful for the dollar as well for the stocks. VIX pullback. So VIX was a little scary when I got up here around, almost 29 here. So it did pull back here. You see it's at 23. It's not quite under the 20. So, as long as it's above the 20, we could still continue to see pullbacks in the market. So just got to be cautious of that. But this is pulling back. So we'll see if this can continue to pull back here. If it rallies back up over 23 by morning, and especially if you're looking at pre-market, just be real careful because that means the SPY could be coming down tomorrow. And so you can see the SPY here. We can see it here. It's close at 460, 460. So we rallied back up off there. We're about halfway in between the rally. We just closed right above that 20. We got to see if we can hold that in the morning. If you see it's gapping down here, just be careful. This is the low on Friday, 458.28. We have the 50 moving average down here, 456. If we break that, then watch out below. But hopefully we can kind of continue to rally up here. But we're undecisive right here. You can see here this little doge here. So just got to be careful with the SPY because that's a little undecisive on which direction it's going. Triple Qs up against our resistance line. See if we can break out and continue back high again. This could reject off of here though, because we're at the trend line. So just be careful of that. We could see a little rejection here if we don't have some strong momentum and pull through there. So just something to be aware of. Semiconductors looking strong with a strong pullback here, back up. So we'll see if we can continue to rally up here on semiconductors. Dow Jones, so we hit this trend line, this lower trend line as we had before, and we bounced off of it, but it pulled back, and so it's a little weakness. It's where we ended on the night and the day. So just be careful there. We didn't close the gap up. We've started closing some of it up, but not all of it. IWM, not looking good. It tried to rally up, failed, came back down. It's right in between the 20 and the 200, or the 200 and the 100. So just be careful here. That looks really weak. Don't like that on IWM. So just be careful there. We could potentially see some additional down movement. Financials rallied up a little bit. Got right. It's sitting right on our trend line now, but it rallied up above it and pulled back down. So again, still seeing some weakness in the market. So I'm not sure what tomorrow's going to bring. So just be careful out there if you're trading. Looking at gold, gold's trying to rally up here, but it's just in this tight little channel here. Same place we were before for I think a long time. So gold's trying to find some strength. Silver continue to pull back some more. Got this trend line down here. So, just to pull down here, it's again below the 23 mark. So, if we pull down here to 21, it's possible. So just something to keep an eye on. Bitcoin tried to rally up here. Let's pull back about halfway again. It's still above the 50 though. So trying to find some support here that we can rally off of. Bitcoin. Luna, there's another one. It rallied up. It's kind of sitting flat now. So we'll see if it can work its way back up to 56, but it's right now it's sitting flat. SHIB is the one who really skyrocketed. So this one, this downward wedge here, there's some news that SHIB is going to be listed on some additional exchanges, which is probably I think what's caused the rally. But we broke through that, broke the 200, and as soon as you break the 200, now you got this nice rally up here. So hopefully you're able to get a piece of this. It is pulled back and retrace, which is normal. You see retracement here. And this is usually like one of those where you get the news coming out and then it's going to rally. And then I think SHIB is going to, fall back in here unless for some reason we have new wells that come in or others, because SHIB is just really priced high where it's at. So just something to be aware of, but nice little pump if you're wanting to scalp or just take a piece off of what SHIB can give you today. So that's our stocks. Watch the scanner in the morning. Definitely watch the VIX, and the VIX can help us to kind of understand what the market's going up tomorrow or pulling back, and that way we know how to trade our stocks. So everybody be careful out there, be safe. We'll talk tomorrow night, and continue to subscribe and give us updates on what you like or what you like to see in the videos. Thanks, and everybody have a great night.